don't change your air filter. Hey guys, Submoto here. There's Isabella, my old war horse. Looking beautiful. It's like she knows. And before I get into topic, just a quick couple of things. So there's a fellow rider out there that's asked for some help. YZF R6 Casey, and he has a son. Anyway, they have these like Strider bikes, these small kiddie Strider bikes, and there's a competition. And apparently the competition is all about who gets the most comments on their YouTube video, and he's made this really cool video. So I'm going to include the link in the description. I figured if we can make a difference with the Submoto crowd, then let's go for it. See what let's change the world. Oh, and another thing in recent news, Mrs. Submoto is getting her driver's license for her motorcycle license, which is awesome. I mean, getting your motorcycle license here is like it's pretty big deal. I mean, first of all, it costs about $2,000, somewhere between $1,700 and $2,000, depending where you take it, and it takes somewhere between 2 months and 4 months to get, sometimes even longer. But yeah, so she's gonna get her license. I think she kind of liked the Switzerland trip, and she's been sitting on the back of the bike for a while, and she just said, I want to ride my own bike. So apparently she's gonna build her own bike. She wants a tracker of sorts. I don't know what kind of tracker. And I said, well, how are you gonna build it? Do you know how to build a bike? He said, no, but you're gonna help me. So so I guess I'm gonna help her build a tracker. We'll see. I was thinking originally I got the SR 250, not only to have an extra bike for myself, but also so that she would have a bike to ride if she ever decided to get her license. So the idea was that she could ride the 250, but I guess that was kind of pretentious of me. She may want a bigger bike. So we'll see. Anyway, getting into our topic of the day, we'll be talking about pod filters. Pod filters, or your, the air filter thingies you put on your bike, versus your stock air filter. So here's the thing. Pod filters look amazing. They do. Whenever you build a cafe racer, you see a lot of them. They clear up the space under the seat. And, I would definitely go for pod filters myself if this was a show bike. For sure. If you're going to build a bike that's going to be on Bike Exif or Pipeburn or all these websites, and you're looking to build a business and do that, then yeah, clear up the area under your seat, get a big ass fat tire on your tracker or cafe racer, and make it look awesome, and use pod filters. Absolutely. But the thing is, with pod filters, most of these older machines are carbureted machines. If you attach pod filters onto the carburetor, it's gonna give you more flow, more airflow, meaning that the air mixture in your carburetors is going to be wrong. It's going to get more air and less fuel. And what happens when you get more air and less fuel? It gets hot. Your engine gets hot. A lean mixture like that can actually ruin your engine completely if you don't watch out. So when you do that, when you change your pods or your air filter and put pods on your carburetor, and effectively change the mixture, you have to rejet your carburetor. And the way you check your air mixture in your carburetors is if you check your spark plugs. Okay, so dark spark plugs or black spark plugs mean that you have a more rich mixture, meaning that you have more gas, more fuel, and less air. When your spark plugs are white, or light colored, that means that you have more air and less fuel. So your goal is to get like a chocolatey brown color. There's no actual performance advantage to having pod filters. I know some people say they do, and you can get more horsepower because you have better flow and this and that. I don't know. I've heard a few things, and the couple of times that I have heard about it changing horsepower on a bike it's just so minimal that you wouldn't be able to feel it anyway. And if you're going to be racing your bike, obviously you're going to have technicians on your bike working on it. You're going to have experts working on your bike, and yeah, they can probably pull more horsepower out of your engine by using pods. If nothing else, they'd probably get more horsepower out of your engine by shedding weight. The reality of it is every single person, note this, every single person I have talked to who owns a cafe racer or a tracker or a scrambler, who's put pods on their carburetors, have had problems getting the right mixture. And they've all gone through hell. Maybe they're lucky people out there. I don't know. I've also talked to some that have gone through that hell and then found the right mixture, obviously not with CV carburetors, but just regular carburetors, and found the right mixture and managed to to make that work, or so they say, and get a good brown chocolatey mixture. Some people just get a black rich mixture and just live with it and ride as it is. But they lose performance, or you're going to lose performance if you're going to get the wrong mixture. So here's my argument. If you're the kind of person who's going to build a cafe racer or a tracker or owns one or whatever, and you're like me, you ride every single day. You ride to work, I ride to band practice, to work out, whatever, everything. Everywhere I go, I'm on this bike. If you do that, you want to have the best performance possible. You just want to be able to rely on your bike. You don't want to have the hassle of that. I would suggest you keeping your original air box. So it's really a matter of how you're going to use your bike. I'm not saying that it's wrong to use pod filters, because it isn't. If you're going to race your bike, if you're going to have a bike that's not going to ride a lot, and you're going to have that like as a show bike, and you're going to take pictures of it and try to make it, use pod filters, definitely. I mean, it looks awesome. Clear out the area under your seat. Make it look light. Make it lighter. Make it run faster. See if you can get a technician on there so you could, get more horsepower. But if you're just a regular mortal like me, then you're going to ride your bike from A to B, and maybe even just on weekends or whatever. And you're not going to be racing your bike. You're not going to be entering your bike into like competitions and stuff, for looks. Don't put pods in your bike. Use the original air filter, and you can make it look awesome. Look, I'm going to pull over right now. I'm going to show you what I mean. So it would obviously look better if I had like cleared out the seat underneath, which I did originally. But I decided to go back to the original air filter. What did I do? I put the original battery on there, and I said, all right, I'm gonna make this leather case. I saw that some bikes out there had like leather cases, like bags on there. So I made this leather thing on my bike, and I think it looks awesome. So my point is, you can still make your bike look cool. And I have this like panel on this side. You can still make your bike look. Sorry? Oh no, thanks. All right. She wanted to give me some good news from God. So the good news from God is that you can actually make your bike look awesome, even if you don't clear out the area under your seat. But if you, if you want to ride your bike every day, and you don't want the hassle, don't want the trouble, then use your imagination, or keep the side panels on there. My tracker, the SR 250, I left the original air filter on there because I learned the lesson with this bike, and I've never had any trouble with it at all. At all. The mixture on my SR is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So anyway, that was my 2 cents on the issue. Like I said, remember, I'm not saying that this is that's the right thing. I'm saying that's just the only way to go. No, what I'm saying is that's what I've experienced. And if I had to do it again, which I did it again with the SR, I wouldn't change the air filter, because stock air filter is going to be more reliable. And as long as I won't be racing or competing in beauty pageants with my bike, I'm not going to need pod filters. Anyway, so remember to give our fellow rider that I talked about in the beginning, give him a hand, check out his video, leave a comment for him, let's show him what we can do, and yeah, remember to subscribe and ride, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.